just come back from a mindfulness course, and I'm in a quite a reflective place. Did a lot of thinking, and there's a perception that mindfulness is all about getting rid of thinking, but it's not. Mindfulness is about acceptance. For me, that's what I understand of it more than anything. Acceptance. Just letting things be. It's quite a big time for me at the moment, and it has been a big time because of the whole Find Mike campaign and the film, the documentary, which is going to be launched end of this month. It's a daunting but exciting time. I think there's so much potential for the film to hopefully help people that are suffering and struggling. I get lots of people contact me who are suffering, but particularly from schizophrenia. I see how many people are suffering, and I know there's plenty more that are that I don't know about. It's been really interesting working on the Fight Mike campaign and doing lots of media, and a number of people said to me, "Oh, you don't look like someone with schizophrenia." And that, what does someone look like with schizophrenia? The awful thing is, I remember a few years ago, I was talking to a nurse, and it was a couple of years ago now. She was aware of the work that I'd done, you know, on YouTube and things, and she said she had schizophrenia. And in my head, I'm embarrassed to admit this, in my head I thought, oh, don't seem like someone that would have schizophrenia. You're working, and she was telling me she had a family, and then I realised what I'd done. And that's what everyone does, not everyone, but that's what people do to me. Oh, you seem so sorted, you know, you look great. You're good looking for someone that has a mental illness. Honestly, what is the face of schizophrenia? There is no face. Schizophrenia, mental illness, does not discriminate between how people look, or it can happen to anyone, it can affect anyone. And just because someone on the outside is appearing really well, you've got no fucking clue what goes on in their head. No idea. No idea. I came off my meds a few years ago. And for a time, you know, things were more settled. But recently I've noticed a kind of I've noticed kind of increase in symptoms, and sometimes I think I should be back on meds. I'm projecting this image that everyone thinks I look really well. You know, I'm doing okay compared to where I was a few years ago, but it's just hard, isn't it? It's just hard. I get stuck in cycles and seem to go through phases of intrusive thoughts or hearing things. And the delusions they're tough, and the paranoia is the worst. But people don't know, because you put on this face, and that's the face of schizophrenia, I suppose, isn't it? If there's any face of schizophrenia. Because we're not allowed to express what's really going on in our minds, out of stigma, fear. We put on a face, we put on a mask. So, taking part in this mindfulness course was great. I found some peace of mind. That everyone deserves. Why is it when someone is given a diagnosis of severe mental illness, of any mental illness, it's usually medication that's given to them, and that's great, but, or that's fine, but it's not just about the medication, because the medication is not going to provide the peace of mind that other therapy can provide, like mindfulness. Mindfulness is not about, as I said, trying to get rid of all these things going around in your head. It can't, but it's giving them space. It's not judging for having those thoughts, and that's what I always do, and that's what no one ever kind of... The very word antipsychotic, you know, all that medication. I'm not saying, by the way, not to take meds, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's... As soon as I was given my diagnosis, it was like, right, we need to get this thing out of your head. Well, why don't you teach us how to learn to deal with it, to live with it, not just through meds, but through talking, through things like CBT and especially mindfulness. I'm not saying mindfulness is right for everyone. But whenever instructed to write from the heart, I wish everyone that went into hospital or was given a diagnosis was taught to reconnect with their heart, because you separate. It all becomes about what's up here, and we forget that we're whole and human. Anyway, I recommend mindfulness, if you can't tell already. It's good to know that there is a way, not out of your delusions and your paranoia, because sometimes there is no way out, but mindfulness is about acceptance and forgiving, my God, self-compassion. Every time a intrusive thought comes into my mind, or I hear something, I castigate myself. Is castigate the right word? Castigate, yeah. Or I criticise myself for it. really criticise myself for it. Oh, what the fuck are you thinking that again for? Shut up, shut up, shut up. Do you know what I mean? It's... Sorry, I ran out of battery, which says that I need to stop talking, really. I just want to say that whatever exterior people see on the outside, if you have schizophrenia, it's tough living on the inside. For me, every day is a misinterpretation of communication. But I'm very lucky because I can still find peace of mind. And I don't always have to be trapped by what goes on in my head. I'm really, really lucky. I just hope everyone might be able to find that peace of mind for themselves. Everyone deserves it. And more than that, or as well as that, I hope that one day in the future, schizophrenia will be seen as no different to something like diabetes. I think it will happen. And it would be nice if it happened in our lifetime. Till then, we keep striving, keep breaking down the stigma.